Hi and welcome to Watch the Time and my initial unboxing of my new watch, which is a Vaer. Now this is my first ever watch that I've supported on Kickstarter. I got in really early, so I got the best price that you could for it. I actually went for there was a few different options, which is great. You could have chosen the Miyota Japanese movement version or a Swiss ETA version movement, and there were some different styles. I've just gone for a really sort of classic, clean, plain design, and I went for the cheaper one, which cost me, I think it was around $300, the original Kickstarter price. Because I paid for it 6 months ago, it was nice to get this before Christmas, because it's been bought and paid for a long time ago. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen. But all I would say is from the team at Vaer, we've been kept up to date at every stage of the manufacture process. They did experience a few delays, but nothing major. I think this was due to sort of be shipped around early to mid-November. I got mine, I think it was like the 1st or 2nd of December or something like that. And they were offering people extra free straps if they wouldn't mind delaying a little bit by pushing the delivery a bit more into December and things. But the original watch that I backed is, obviously it's the same watch, but this has got lots of improvements over it, and we'll go through those as we have a look at it. So let's just unbox it. Nice big box, and in there you've got all the details about the watch, and I'll just show you that first. So we've got a 40mm case, under 10mm thick, 316L stainless steel, 100 metres of water resistance. Got the Miyota 9015, that's one of the good Miyotas, the high beat 28,000 BPH, and it's a sapphire sandwich. So you've got sapphire crystal back and front. It's been assembled in the United States of America, and the glass has got AR coating on it as well. So that's how it's presented. You get the NATO strap and a Horween handmade leather strap included, and that really nice quality. And also mine had a spring bar tool in there as well, which I wasn't expecting. So let's just get the watch out first and have a look at it. So there you are. So it's a classic style field watch. I went for the no date with the tracker around the outside. I think it's a really nice, clean design. I have got a few, I wouldn't say gripes, but there are a couple of things that, you know, I think people will pick up on with regards to the design. But I think there was a blue one, a black one, a white one. There was a small seconds version, and I think a couple of others as well. But this is the one I went for. I'm just going to show you around the case design first. Got a nice signed crown there. The case is absolutely beautiful. It's really nicely done. Lovely little polished sections, but it's mostly brushed. Nice brushed bezel. I love the shape and the thickness or thinness of it. This is kind of a bit Rolex Explorer style. That sort of brushed steel bezel. I like the way the lugs are integrated really nicely, and they've got these little flats on the bottom. I'm just going to show you the back, and this is one of my first gripes with this, and it is like we're really nitpicking. The Miyota 9015 is nothing special. I mean, it's got a signed rotor, and they've done a decent job of it, and there's a bit of, I think that's called perlage, that stripy stuff on the movement. So there's been a bit of work done on this movement, and it's okay, it's nice, but the Miyota is not a great thing to look at, and I think a sort of a design on the back of a stainless steel case back for the Miyota version would have been nice, and then a display case on the Swiss made versions. But that's just my opinion, but it's nice to see the rotor spinning around there. And as you'll know, if you know anything about Miyotas, that is not a gripe for me, but I do know it upsets people in that you can hear it and it's got a kind of a scratchy sound to it. All Miyotas sound the same. It doesn't bother me. You only notice it if you put the watch up near your ear and you can hear it spinning. But I actually quite like that kind of mechanical connection to the watch. So there you can go, designed in Los Angeles, American assembly, sapphire glass, 316 steel, and it's water resistant to 100 metres. We've got a screw down crown, a screw down case back. So I went for the railroad track, and I don't mind it. They've put American assembly within the railroad track, so between that for that 10 minutes there, it's not as accurate telling the time as here, because where the minute hand points. But I'm really kind of nitpicking now. The loom is really good. I'll put up a loom shot here. It doesn't glow bright like a dive watch does, but I've had this, at 4 o'clock in the morning. Once your eyes are accustomed, I can tell the time at 4 o'clock in the morning, and to me that's all you need. A nice touch is that the name there, Vaer, that's also loomed, and when you first initially sort of light it up, you can see that that's loomed as well. There's no loom on the second hand, and I quite like that. It's not a dive watch, so you wouldn't expect it. And I do like the design of the second hand with a little tiny counterbalance. A nice arrow point goes right to the railroad track on the end there, and it's a lovely fine sort of. It looks accurate. It looks well made. The main hands are just sort of fence post styly, with plenty of loom on, and the loom on the hands is green, and the loom on the Arabics and around the edges is that light blue colour, and it does give a nice effect. I think you'll agree. So because this is the Miyota 9015, we've got a screw down crown, nice pop, and then you've got a ghost position, because this is the no date version. Again, some people might find that offensive or upsetting, but to me it really doesn't matter. And then obviously you can move it around, but you've got hand winding, and you've also got hacking as well. So, and it's a high beat movement. So to me, it was kind of not worth getting the ETA version, because I couldn't really afford it at the time anyway. And I thought, well, I know these Miyotas, they're pretty good. I've got a few Miyotas in some of my Citizen watches, and they seem to be pretty accurate. Talking of accuracy, out of the box, I measured this over on the wrist for a day, and it comes out at just under 3 seconds plus a day, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm well chuffed with it, because I've taken a bit of a gamble by going for the sort of the cheaper movement that some of these, they say, expect to be within 20-30 seconds a day. To me, that's not acceptable. I like all my watches to be within 5 seconds a day, and this one running at, I think it was like 2.8 seconds plus a day, and that's perfect, because all I need to do is, when I'm sitting around doing nothing one day, is just pull the crown out, stop the second hands for a few seconds, and wait for time to catch up, if you like, and then it's fine, you're there. A lot of effort went into keeping this slim. They originally did this as a quartz, so it was a very slim, and their aim was to get it under 10mm, and it is under 10mm, which makes this a really versatile watch. I think you can dress this up, you can dress it down, you could wear it as a dress watch, a sporty watch. I wear it to work, you could wear it at the beach. It's meant to be a kind of everyday watch, and being a field style watch, really legible. No nonsense, tell the time. You've got a second hand there you can use for timing stuff as well, but it's just a real sort of classic looking watch. It's not fashionable, but it's not going to go in or out of fashion. I think it's a classic. When I was looking at field watches, the obvious choice was the Hamilton, and then I sort of saw this and I thought, you know what, I think I'll give it a go. So I'm just going to pop it on wrist. So there it is on my just over 7 inch, about 7¼ inch wrist, and I think it's absolutely perfect. I love it. I do wear my watch slightly high up. Don't worry about it. It's how I wear my watch. You can wear yours how you like. But I think this NATO works really well. You've got nice brushed hardware on the NATO there, and it's signed Vaer. It's not a super quality NATO strap, but it's certainly a nice quality NATO strap. And the colour I think I chose suits the watch really nicely. You could go for, if you was going to wear this, perhaps as a summery watch, you could put a red strap on it to match the second hand. So you can tone it up, you can tone it down, or you can go for the the nice Hawaiian leather handmade strap as well, and you know, almost wear this as and it's a quick release, so it's nice and easy to get on and off. So you know, this could be a watch. This could be, you know, a watch for everyday use. If you're happy to have a watch with without a date on it. If it was my only watch and it was my everyday watch, I would have gone for the date version, because I think that's quite a useful complication. But I wanted just a clean, symmetrical watch with a no date, because I haven't got one like it, and you know, I just absolutely love it. It's way better than I was expecting. They upgraded the rear glass to sapphire. That was originally going to be mineral crystal. They upgraded the crown, grew a little bit, and I think that's perfectly in proportion. You can see there, it doesn't dig into the hand or anything. It just sits nice. It's a nice size to use, but it's not too big. And I think that the fact that they increased that by about 1 millimetre is absolutely fantastic. They've increased the amount of lume on the watch from the original. They put more layers on just to make it a little bit better. You know, they've really put effort into this. They were well funded and got, you know, they sold out everything that they had. So, you know, you would hope that they would put effort into it, and they really have. The sapphire glass on it with a bit of AR coating, which has got a tinge of blue on it. Can't really see it there, but looks really nice and gives you some nice effects. And most of the time it just looks like there's no glass on there at all. It's absolutely beautiful. I really love it. So I'll give you a quick shot with it on the Hawaiian leather strap. So there it is on the leather strap. Nice and easy to do a strap change, because you've got the quick release pins on the strap. You don't actually need a tool, because once you've got the NATO off, you can just use your fingernail to get the spring bars out, and then just pop this one on. So it's a really nicely made strap. Not too chunky. You know, here these bits, these keepers are nice and chunky, but not too chunky whereby it becomes uncomfortable. Again, you've got the Vaer make on there, nice and subtle. They're not going mad with their branding. I think they've just got it perfect. This is just two guys in LA that have put this together, and they clearly know style. They're kind of like hipster looking guys to me, but I've conversed with them through the Kickstarter. I believe that, you know, at least one of them's handled my watch, you know, and you can't say that about Seiko and the big companies. I know some people don't like micro brands, but if you choose the right ones, then I think you're okay. And so far I've done okay with my Dan Henry watches and this Vaer. I'm struggling a bit with a Phoebus that I've ordered, in that I've never received it and they won't give me my money back. But that's a video for another day, but that will not be a glowing report on Phoebus, and there will be some harsh warnings in there if you're thinking of buying a Phoebus from the company and getting it shipped into the UK. On that note, this came FedEx, tracked all the way, no problem whatsoever. And I say for just over $300, I think it comes to about £260. I think this is absolutely stunning value for money. When you think you've got a Hawaiian leather strap, a NATO strap in there as well, you know, it's just a fantastic watch. I absolutely love it. So this was my supposed to be quick unboxing, but it's turned out a bit longer, and it's ended up being the full review of the Vaer Heritage no date. And like, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.